back to In and Around North Bay. We are not in the North Bay, we're actually traveling from New York City down to Philadelphia. And one of the places we had to stop was the Clark King of Deli. This is in a small town in New Jersey called Clark, and this is a kosher deli that serves some incredible sandwiches. As you just saw there, a huge amount of meat on each one of these, as well as a huge variety of pickles. Awesome place to stop when you're on the road. We were heading to Philadelphia because we want to hit up a number of historic sites and some maybe more recent historic sites. One of those spots is the Eastern State Penitentiary. This is an old prison that's now been turned into a museum that is a fascinating look at the criminal justice system in the United States. The ways that it's changed and the ways that maybe it hasn't, but it is an incredible place to go, and it is also part of that North American reciprocal museum system. So if you have one of those passes, your whole family is getting in for free. You're going to hear me bring that up a whole lot anytime you see us in one of these videos talking about our journeys. You got to check this place out though. This museum is curated incredibly well. Not only does it look amazing, where there are certain halls like this one here, which look like nothing has changed since they closed down this penitentiary about 100 years ago, but what's also great is that in every corner there is some history about some important figures in American history that you can learn about. For example, Al Capone, very, very famous mobster in the United States, actually stayed here at this, I almost said hotel, at this prison. And you could actually take a look into his room at what it would have basically looked like when he was staying here. And it's not exactly ancient history, but of course, you're in Philly. You gotta come downtown and actually get your picture taken right there with the Rocky statue. This is the kind of thing where I probably would have laughed at this 10 years ago, and now I'm all about this. When I travel to a city, I want to have some old history, some like quote-unquote legitimate stuff, as well as the pop culture stuff, the stuff that actually kind of shapes our lives. And we did the run up the stairs to the Museum of Art. We acted like we were Rocky. In fact, there's a spot right there at the very top which shows this is where Rocky, Sylvester Stallone, the actor, stood in that very iconic scene that's been used over and over again throughout all those Rocky movies, as well as been spoofed by other films. And if you've never been to Philadelphia, you need to go to Constitution Hall. This hall is important in American history because this is where the Declaration of Independence, as well as the Constitution that we live by today, it was written in this space. They have a great tour. I find that the individuals that are responsible for this tour do such a great job of explaining the moments, the people that were sitting in this room, how it felt to be there. There's not a whole lot to see because it really is just a couple of rooms, but a great place to go. And again, it's free. This is a national monument, part of the American history. And directly adjacent to Constitution Hall is the Liberty Bell right across the street there. You get to see that big giant crack. My favorite museum in Philadelphia is the Museum of the American Revolution. And again, this is a museum that's on that North American reciprocal pass. So you absolutely have to go because it's going to be free. And this is an engaging museum. It's got all kinds of information about the beginnings of this country, important battles, different ways in which society was kind of torn apart at this time over this revolution. And what's great is that it's very interactive. This is not going to be a stuffy old room that you just learn about things. If you have kids with you, they get to actually get on a battleship. They get to wear some of the outfits. They had a lot of fun, and frankly, it is a very well curated space. And what would a trip to Philly be without some cheesesteaks? I had never been to Geno's, and so of course we had to drop into there. We had to get one of those classic cheesesteaks, and then we walked just down the street to Pat's Steaks just to see which one was better. Personally, I think all of us in our family, we thought Geno's that came out on top, but they were both great. We loved it, we enjoyed it, and even in our hotel, we had all of this great paraphernalia related to Philadelphia. So until next time, everyone.